Before jumping into a new fitness routine, pause for a second. You don't fall short because your goals aren't big enough. You fail because you never had the right system to support them. I've been training for years, different disciplines. I think I've made every possible mistake a beginner could make. So let me show you how I would start over today and how I stay consistent day by day. Before anything else, remember this: you don't fall into the level of your goals, you fall into the level of your systems. It's a line it really stays by me because it really shows how people start very strong and end up restarting again, and again. Your goal can be huge and inspiring as you want. What actually moves the needle is how you set up the environment to create and to support that goal. The routines, decisions, the structure you make to make the next step obvious and to not overwhelm. So step number 1 is create your weekly structure plan. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't even need to be optimized. It just needs to be something you can follow week by week and something you can follow without even thinking about it. How many trainings are you really doing? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4, 5, 6? Doesn't matter. Keep that amount and spread it over the week. And I want you to do it every week at the same day, same hour, every time, again and again and again. Every week after week. I don't want you to change it. I want you to keep that structure as easy as possible. Plan that as an appointment into your calendar. To give you an example, I've literally tried it all during the day. I've tried it in the early mornings, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., even give me some more sleep time and tried it at 7 a.m. Doesn't work for me because sometimes I just go to bed too late and the next day I'm like, I'm just too fatigued to wake up. Let me just sleep a little bit more and let me go just a little later to my training. Or it's not even about waking up, because sometimes I woke up and I did my training. I was very happy. It's just because there is too much friction in there. Same for the lunchtime for me. I tried to do it during my lunchtime. So I went out to go do my training during my lunchtime. I was lunching while I was working. That's not a perfect fit. It didn't work out as I wanted to because sometimes, during your day, it shifts a little bit. During work hours, it shifts a little bit depending on your meetings and everything. Now, I changed my environment. I changed even the fitness where I'm going to, and I'm just training at the end of the day. After work, everything is already packed before the day before in my car. I just stop working and go immediately to the fitness. At 5 p.m., I will go over there and the fitness is not even full as the other fitness I was going to. So I set up my environment to train at 5 p.m., 1-2 hours, and then I come back, I can eat, and still have some hours to work on my projects. So this is working for me. Now that you know when you're going to train, the next step is to know what you're going to do. Step 2 is to keep your training stupidly simple. I'm repeating myself, but over the years, I've tried to change my workouts all the time to optimize it and to get a better workout plan. Now I'm doing the opposite, and now I'm seeing more results. You did step 1. You made an appointment with yourself to train multiple times a week and repeat it over and over again. Even if sometimes you're short on time, you do half the training, it's better than doing no training. Secondly, it's progressively overload the workout and the exercise you're doing. Right now, I'm pushing even harder than I did all over the other years because I'm understanding my limits a little bit more every single time. Here is how I approach it now. When I start a new training block, first week, maybe 2 weeks, it's about re-engaging those new exercises. It's not because you don't know them, it's because you have not done them for a long time. So you need to know the weight and maybe even the movement. It's like just remembering a little bit how it goes. After that first week, 2 weeks, you're moving on into a really pushing phase. Every single time I'm doing an exercise, I'm pushing as hard as I can. So I find the weight that is challenging enough to do around 10 to 12 reps, depending on the exercise and depending on multiple things. But if you want help with that, just send me an Instagram DM or TikTok DM and I'm happy to help you for free. Anyways, you need to push hard, and every single exercise, the last set is always still failure. And even sometimes I catch myself, I don't go to failure. Why is that? Because probably the other sets were too easy. You need to make them challenging enough to go to failure. Even if I need to do partial reps, I'm doing them at the end, but I really need to fatigue more. I really need to push more. Most of the time, I like to keep one rep in reserve so that at the end of the set or the last set, I really go to failure at max. But most of the time, when you think you're keeping one rep in reserve, you're probably keeping 2, 3, sometimes even 4 reps in reserve. What I like to do and what I like to say to myself is when I'm thinking that I can do no more, I probably have 1 rep in reserve. For example, I'm doing my pull-up and I'm almost over the bar. I have just 1 rep in reserve. I'm almost over the bar. It's very difficult, but probably if I really should and really needed to get through that 1 rep, I would be able to. It's difficult. I don't think I have reps in reserve. I probably have 1 in reserve. And that gets me to failure every single time at the last set. Step number 3, something you should add to every workout block, training, fitness, everything you want, is to track your progress. Really, you need to track your progress, because sometimes you're not motivating yourself because you don't see the progress, and it's because you're not tracking it. Because you see yourself in the mirror every single day, you don't see the little movements. But what I like to do is set up a reminder to take a picture of myself every 2 weeks, and I'm really doing it. I take pictures, I put it in a folder in my drive, and then at the top I see the most updated pictures, and when I scroll down I see how I was changing over the months and over maybe the years even. It's so important. So again, take a moment, click pause, and go set a reminder right now. It's easy as setting up the reminder on your phone, on your calendar, doesn't matter. I'm using right now the app Reminders on my iPhone. It's as easy as that. I get a reminder every 2 weeks to take a picture of myself. So I take a picture, I ask my girlfriend to take a picture. Anyhow, we do it because she's also remembering me that we need to take a picture of the progress. Second thing I like to do to track my progress is to track your workouts. It's very important to track your workouts so you can progressively overload, but at the same time you're also seeing the progress you're doing. So I like to use the Heavy app, and yes, I pay for it like $3 a month, €3 a month or something like that, but it's really worth it. There is also a free version. It's as easy as just putting your whole training. I don't need to remember my reps. I don't need to remember my weight. I don't even need to remember the exercise. I just open the app, start the routine when I'm doing the training, and then I follow along. The easy things about apps like that is you can see how much weight and how much reps you were doing last week. So this week you can do better and harder. You can push till failure. What I also like to do is after some months, 2 or 3 months, I like to go back to one of the trainings I started with, and I see like, oh, I started with 50 kgs on the bench press. Now I'm at 100 kgs on the bench press. You see the progress. Because if you're not looking at it, yes, you can remember sometimes, but it's clearer and it's nicer. It's motivating yourself because you see facts on screen. You don't need to use the app. You can also just write it down on a journal, write it down in the Notes app. It's as easy as you want, but track your progress. Take pictures, put in a reminder, and also use something to track your trainings every single time. It's very useful, motivating, and important for you to train. So before we wrap this up, a little recap. Create your weekly structure plan for same training day, same hour, every week, so you stay consistent. Step number 2 is create a simple workout plan and don't try to change it every week. Keep it simple, progressively overload every single time, train till failure, so you push harder and harder. And step number 3 is track your progress. Take pictures and track your trainings every single time so you can look back and see the amazing progress you're doing. You don't need the perfect plan, you just need a plan you can live with every day. With that said, let's get jacked together.